Today on the channel, we're going to teach y'all what you need to know before you come ride Pocahontas, so stay tuned. So we've been noticing an increase of riders here at Pocahontas, so we decided we'd do a little bit of a trail etiquette, rules, and tips that we wish we know when we were beginning to help y'all out and help all the noobs get started. So let's get to it. Before you go for a ride at the Pocahontas State Park though, you're going to want to make sure that the trails are actually open. Wet trails and riding on wet trails can actually damage the trails, causing more work for the trail crew. So, you can either go to Facebook and go to the RVA Trail Report, or you can go directly to the Pocahontas website, which we'll link below, to check the trail status for any trail on any given day. They also have a number that you can sign up for. They'll give you text alerts to any closures or openings for your trail. So as you know, the trails don't build themselves out here. If you like the trails out here, you should become a member of RVA More to donate money or to help volunteer on trail work days. We'll link to the website down below and a link to their Facebook page so you can stay tuned for when they're building out here at Pocahontas. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to ride the Pocahontas is one of these bad boys. Get yourself a good helmet. You know, half shell, full face, any type of helmet. Seriously, wear a helmet. It's dangerous out here. Wear a helmet. Wear the helmet. Wear a helmet. But anyway, once you get your helmet on backwards, let's go.
Next thing you'll need is a bike, preferably a mountain bike, and any other protective gear you can think of.
You also want to make sure that your equipment is in working order, so check your tires and make sure everything's inflated to proper PSI before you get out on the trails. So this right here is the courthouse parking lot. It's one of many parking lots you can park at. The main lot is also a great parking lot too. Has way more room, has bathrooms and everything else you can need. If you don't have a yearly pass, and we'll leave a link in the description on how to get one, you are going to have to pay. Parking fees are up here. And you pay right here. Put your money in the envelope, or they now have this fancy little online way you can pay. If the lot is too busy though, please go to the main lot or one of the other lots down the road. You can still pay here and park at a different parking lot down the road. But we urge anybody who's going to be out here for a while or knows they're going to continue up with mountain biking to get yourself a yearly pass. This is the main trail center for Pocahontas State Park for the Swift Creek Trails. It has entrances for Gateway, Blueberry Hill, Bell Lap, and Freight-Line. Down this way is where you'll find Blue Jay Way, Corkscrew, and eventually they meet up with Moonshine Run and Millstone and Sunset are down at the bottom. So just a little hot tip and a piece of advice. You're going to see 3 trails up here in the beginning. And if you're wondering which one is Blueberry, go for the middle one. The middle one is Blueberry, and that's the start. That's the direction you want to go down. I know it's a little bit confusing. I've seen people go down the wrong way on it. The one on the right is the exit for Blueberry. This one on the far left is the exit for Bell Lap. Dead center. You want dead center if you want Blueberry Hill. At the main trailhead, you'll find a map of all the trails at Pocahontas. It gives you a good general direction, and we are right here. It also tells you the difficulty scale of all the trails out here. Greens being the easiest, blues being intermediate, and blacks being the most difficult, or expert lines. It also has all the emergency contact information you can need, including the ranger on duty, ranger on call, and park office. It also tells you the distance of every single trail in the park.
Each trail is properly labeled by name, distance, the difficulty, and the direction.
Okay, in addition, there's this handy little tool stand up here where you can put your bike and do some work on it. You're going to want to put your bicycle seat up in the top so the bar comes down through here. This is how your bike should look when you put it in the bike stand. As you can see, it's being held up by the saddle. Alright, sometimes when you're out on the trail, you might be behind the slower rider. In that case, you're going to let them know that your presence is there, either by ringing the bell, or my personal favorite, by hooting and hollering and showing that you have a good amount of time, like this. Woo! They will then move over and you can pass. Always make sure you give them a safe amount of room to pass. So there are a lot of features here at Pocahontas State Park of varying difficulty. A good idea before you hit a feature is to walk up to the feature and check it out and take a look at it before you go. Always remember, pre-ride, ride, and then free ride. Maybe not so dramatically as least, but you know, you get the point. So remember, you want to pre-ride it kind of reserved and a little bit more timid, ride it again, and then free ride it where you actually send it. So, you just had a blast sending that jump line, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I gotta hit that again. You might even be tempted to turn your bike around and start hiking up that hill. Now, while this might be allowed at other parks, it's not allowed here at Pocahontas for a multitude of reasons. The major being that all the trails are directional here. And if you hike up a narrow trail, it's a good way to get hit by another rider. So what you should do is go to the nearest exit. There's one about not even a quarter mile down from where we are now. And then ride up to the beginning and session it all over again. You'll also build up your leg strength by doing this, and quite frankly, it's pretty fun putting the whole thing together. So, don't walk backwards up the trails, and don't ride back up the trails. Go to the nearest exit and go back down. So occasionally when you're riding, you're going to come across a feature that you're not going to be able to ride over. Hop off your bike and walk yourself over the feature. Don't try to go around and widen the trail, that causes damage. Just hop off and walk the bike. And a little secret to this is you'll be walking and walking and walking your bike one day, and then eventually you'll actually be riding over it. Walking over a feature actually gives you insight on how you should ride the feature. So the reason it's important to ride over a trail is you don't want to end up cutting a new section of trail that's not supposed to be there. Trails are made with drainage, erosion, and the environment in mind. So when you go and you cut a new trail like this without permission from the park, it actually damages the trails and damages a lot of goodwill we have. So just hop off your bike, walk over. It's so easy, it takes all of 2 seconds, and you're on your way. Yeah, so if you're going to be riding out here at Pocahontas, the best thing you do is ride with a partner. Or if you're going to be riding with yourself, make sure you have a cell phone with you and download the Trailforks app. The Trailforks app has like every single trail map out here, including the Swift Creek system, the Lakeview system, and the Morgan Trail system. It's great to have on your phone, and it has a little emergency contact built in there too. So download that to your phone and ride safe.
Hey everyone, we hope you found this video helpful. If we have forgotten anything, comment in the posts below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, and bye!